Charlottesville on this Sunday, 4th of July morning. We are happy to have our spiritual family here. We love you all. And I say hello to everyone online as well. We're happy to have you here too. We love you as well. We're all about love here at Unity of Charlottesville. My name is Janice Gilmore, and I am your celebration assistant today. And we have back Reverend Marge Brown is back in the house. Yes, let's give it a love.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Blair Jones is our illustrious music director. You have a very special treat today that has been offered to us from Blair. She has written a song specifically for today. You can't hear me in the back. She has written a song specifically for today, and she finished it this morning. She finished it this morning. So she is our multi-talented and gifted music director. We have her band, Blue, Jim, and Stevie, and we have the praise singers, Kevin, John, and Karen, and myself, and we have all of you. So it is my honor every time I get up here on a Sunday morning as celebration assistant. It is my absolute honor to be able to say what I'm about to say. And as you can see, I'm getting a little verklempt this morning as I share that with you, but I mean it from the bottom of my heart. We welcome everyone. We welcome everyone, no matter what your gender identity is, no matter what your sexual preference is, your race, your ethnicity, your nationality, your creed, your religion, any disability you might have. Your political affiliation, and I've added one just this morning, your economic status.
Yes.
We welcome everyone, no matter what, and we love everyone, no matter what, unconditionally, and we are so proud of that here at Unity of Charlottesville. And I have an announcement that actually Blair asked me to share with you. When you come up on stage, if you're helping with an announcement or Robin and the kids coming up at the end of the service, please use the side rails. Please come up on either side and use the side rails. Blair spent a lot of time taping everything down today. Thank you, Blair. And we just want to make sure that everyone avoids tripping, okay?
Coming up the middle is hazardous because
Yes.
there's things we have to have in the middle. But we have this wonderful railings that were put up.
All right, you ready to
Right,
sing?
John, did you put one of those up? All right, here we
You
go.
ready to sing?
All
Let's
right.
do it. America, the beautiful. And Reverend Marge wants us to stand. Yay.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for
So Reverend Marge is going to be leading us in our opening prayer. And if I could ask all of you to kindly mute your cell phones.
Oh yeah, good reminder. Welcome everybody, and so glad to be here. So let's just take a moment as we lift our consciousness for this time together, for this divine appointment. Taking a few deep breaths. And let us ask Mother, Father, God, let's ask all the ascended beings, the archangels, the angels, the saints, to be with all those people in Texas. Let's help all the parents, and let's help all the emergency crew and everybody down there. Let us just see that right now we're imploring everybody's assistance in the higher realms to help them. And we give thanks for all of you that come early on a Sunday morning. We give thanks for your sacred service, for we couldn't do this without you. And during this holiday weekend where we celebrate freedom, we give thanks for our country and all the liberties that we enjoy. And we see those liberties and those freedoms always happening and passed on from generation to generation. We ask that the Holy Spirit move through each person today, wherever they are, here or online, to get something that helps you evolve your consciousness a little bit higher so that we are all walking in that presence of the presence, each and every moment, each and every day. And so it is, and so it continues to be. Amen.
And let us now share together our statement of faith. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotence. And it's that time. It is that time where we greet our neighbor with a handshake, a hug, a wave, whatever you're comfortable with. Roam the room. Meet someone you've never met before. I'm in the right place at the right time. Goodbye. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I love you too. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Irony, good morning. Whoop, my alter ego. Hey, Clay. Good morning. Good morning. They let me out. Hi, Fred. How are you, Fred? Fred, my dancing buddy. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Okay, now that we have all given each other some wonderful energy, wonderful loving energy, it's time for the kids, the youth, to go to their classrooms and they can journey down there with their teachers. Okay. So we have a few opportunities for transformation. Food bank donations are still being accepted, and they are asking us to donate non-perishable food, personal grooming, and household items to the bin in the lobby. And Jane, is Jane Scapti here? Come on up, Jane. Good morning.
Come, you can follow directions.
Consequences. Yes. We still love you, Jane. Can you tell Blair was a school teacher?
Hey, wait a minute, I'm a school teacher too.
Oh, Jane's a school teacher too.
So, hi. So we have a beautiful art show that we hung yesterday, and it's our very favorite Blue. Her collages are just growing like madness, and we're so proud of her. And so please come by and see those. And then the second announcement that I have is that calling all. So we have room in the fellowship hall to do a second artist, but what I would like to do is put out a call for beginning August, September, and see, who would like to have their work shown. And that's what I had to say.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Jane. Carolyn, there she is. I saw you over there, and I was...
Well, I missed some announcement about where to walk up, so I'm just wanting to make sure I was doing things right.
Good
got
morning.
him scared, Blair.
Hi. So the mic is on. Hello?
Yes.
All right. We have the book study group meeting the second Saturday of each month. The next one is next weekend. It's online, and I'm planning to attend for the first time this week, so hope to see you all there for some spiritual mind and heart expansion. If you want more information about that, you can email for the link there. We also have local... Marianne Wamhoff is a labyrinth expert who recently moved to Charlottesville, and she's been giving talks and walks at our labyrinth here. She's eager to find other folks who might want to be part of a labyrinth circle, and so gathering to walk our labyrinth here maybe just 4 times a year, maybe once a month. If you have interest in being part of a labyrinth circle, she's having a call for interest at our meditation room on Thursday, July 24th, and you can RSVP there. We also, so I had the honor of attending one of Patricia's meditation retreats in the wintertime, and I thought it might be nice to keep a little bit of that energy going, the seasonal meditation retreats. So if you're interested in an early harvest meditation retreat, I'll be facilitating that here with some assistance Saturday, August 2nd. You can register online. And the themes for that are rhythm and ripening and appreciation. That's all I've got.
That's it. Thank you, Carolyn. Let's give Carolyn a hand. Carolyn is broadening her horizons here at Unity of Charlottesville. She's also our office manager, so stepping into this meditation retreat role is her spreading her wings, right, here at Unity of Charlottesville. Thank you, Carolyn. So, A Course of Miracles study group. Yes, that continues. As always, Terry, how many years has this group been meeting? A long time. Tuesdays from 7 o'clock to 8:30 in the Fillmore House. Join Terry in a profound and ongoing study of universal truth principles. Yes. And our healing half hour continues as well. Every Wednesday, 6:30 to 7 on Zoom. If you want to enter into a beautiful, energetic experience of raising your consciousness in prayer, please join the group online at that time. and our mission statement. Let's share our mission statement together. Unity of Charlottesville empowers everyone to express their unique divinity, making a positive difference in the world. And now it's time for the reconciliation song.
Some of you might remember that an earlier time when Reverend Marge was here, I sang this song as a solo, but now we're going to invite you to sing it with us. And so listen and learn it. It's a beautiful song. Let us be the generation of reconciliation and peace, and let us be a holy nation where pride and prejudice shall cease. Let us speak the truth in love to the lost and least of these. Let us serve the Lord in unity so others will believe. Let us be the generation of reconciliation and peace. Let us be the generation of reconciliation and peace, and let us build on one foundation till he comes and the wars of men shall cease. Oh, let us share the love of Jesus without hypocrisy. Let mercy and forgiveness begin with you and me. Let us be the generation of reconciliation and peace. Have we not one Mother, Father? Have we not one faith? Have we not one calling to become one holy race? Let us be the generation of reconciliation and peace. And let us pray for restoration and seek the Lord together on our knees. Oh, let us keep our hearts from evil and cling to what is good. Let us honor one another and a sister and brotherhood. Let us be the generation of reconciliation and peace. Let us be the generation of reconciliation and peace.
All right. You guys want to joke today? Yes. All right, so since, we're in the weekend about July 4th and freedoms, I thought this was a good one. So, hello, this is Gordon's Pizza. No, sir, it's Google Pizza. Oh, I'm sorry, I must have dialed the wrong number, sorry. No, sir. Google bought Gordon's Pizza last month. Oh, okay. I'd like to order a pizza. Do you want your usual, sir? My usual? You know me? Well, according to the caller ID, in the last 12 times you called, you ordered an extra large pizza with 3 cheeses, sausage, pepperoni, meatballs, and mushrooms on a thick crust. Okay, that's what I want. May I suggest that this time you order a pizza with ricotta, arugula, sun-dried tomatoes, and olives on a whole wheat, gluten-free, thin crust? No, you may not. I detest vegetables. Sir, your cholesterol needs help. How the heck do you know? Well, we cross-referenced your home phone number with your medical records. We have the result of your blood test for the last 7 years. Listen, I don't want a vegetarian pizza, and I take medication for cholesterol. Excuse me, sir, but you don't take your medication regularly. Our database indicates that you only filled a prescription for 30 cholesterol tablets once in the last 4 months, and that was not good. I bought the rest at a drugstore, not according to your credit card statement. I paid in cash. Sir, you didn't withdraw enough cash according to your bank statement. I have other sources of cash. That doesn't show on your last tax record unless you bought them using an undeclared income source, which is against the law. What the heck? I'm sorry, sir. We use this information with the sole intention of helping you. Enough. I'm sick to death of Google and Facebook and Twitter and WhatsApp and all the others. I'm moving to an island without internet, without cable TV, without cell phone service and Big Brother watching and spying on me. I understand, sir, but you need to renew your passport first. It expired 6 weeks ago. Yeah, it's funny and it's not, right? Yeah. Okay, let's see here. All right, get going. So in an old book called Unity Treasure Chest, Charles Fillmore writes a little essay on what he calls faith precipitations. Can everybody hear? Yes? No. Little, can we turn it up a little? It's called Faith Precipitations, and the story's in the 2 Kings chapter 4, verse 1 through 7. And we use the Bible as one of our books. We interpret it metaphysically and not literally, and we use it because the characters and the places are all represent the different phases of our unfoldment. And that's important. It's our unfoldment because we are already divine beings. So Fillmore tells a story. In the time of Elijah, the widow, so distressed from the death of her servant husband that she even mortgaged her 2 sons to slavery to pay her mortgage. She appealed to the prophet Elijah, who said, "What hast thou in the house?" And she said, "Well, thy handmaiden has really nothing more except a pot of oil." He told her to borrow all the empty vessels from her neighbors, go and bring them into the house, shut the door, and pour the oil into the pot, into all those vessels, which she did until they were full. Then she paid her debts, and she still had some left over. So let's look at the metaphysics. So the metaphysics of the proper words in the Bible are in your Metaphysical Bible Dictionary, so you could look up anything. It's free online. And the first one is Elijah. Elijah represents spiritual I am. People say he's the forerunner of the Christ. He was similar consciousness. We could say he was a certain degree God manifest, although Jesus was the fullest expression. So in another book, you can look up all the other words, and that's free online. That's called the Revealing Word. So the words we have that we want to look at the vessel. The vessel, they say, are the thoughts that lie back of or form the various organs of the body. And then we want to look at widow. Widow is one who has lost sight of God as support. So that means when the conscious mind has stopped being positive, the subconscious mind becomes like a widow. We feel lack. So who can relate to, maybe in the last, 6 months, who can relate to when the conscious mind ceases to be positive? Yeah. So Fillmore writes, this takes place in all who do not consciously take possession of the 12 faculties. And the 12 faculties are of course, our 12 powers. So a couple more words we want to look at from the revealing word. Oil is the thought of love, which is poured over anything, making it holy or perfect. Love is the fulfillment of the law, from Romans 13:10. And then the empty vessels. What are the empty vessels? They're the life centers throughout the body consciousness that are not being used. So by definition, we can all be a widow when we're not connected with our God self, our higher self. And in the Old Testament, of course, widows were very vulnerable. They didn't have their own money, so they were in no financial support, no protection, so a part of marginalized society. So where might we possess widow thinking? It could be not knowing in our country if jobs are going to be secure. It could be financial challenges, emotional challenges. It could be relationship challenges, addiction, caregiving, procrastination, maybe a feeling of hopelessness about our world. So she cries out in desperation because she's not only facing financial hardship, it's emotional. She's selling her 2 sons to pay her mortgage. So she's asking for help from Elijah. An important part here is she doesn't isolate, she initiates. And when this came to me, I feel like we need to look at the suicide rates in our country and understand the importance of asking for help, initiating and not isolating. We need to ask our community for help, our families for help when we need it, our God source, the intelligence of the universe, whoever you ask, your guides. So we need to ask for help. And, Mark, I have it on my bathroom area, Mark, it said Mark 11:9, ask and you shall receive. So any time we're not tuned into our God self, we feel marginalized. And, last week we were on the Unity Earth Care team, which everybody is invited to join. We meet the 4th Saturdays of the month. But I reminded them, if you don't have an alternative source of power, do you know where you're going to go? And likewise, do you know people who might not have an alternative source of power? And if they're older or they live alone, and it gets really hot, do you know who they are, and even in the spiritual community? And can you be prepared to help and also to be helped? So I was thinking, well, where do I get into widow kind of thinking? And I think, when I hear alligator Alcatraz, I know I get like an awful just pit feeling in my stomach. And I'm in widow thinking for a moment, and then I have to take stock. Then I first remember to breathe, and I remember to ask for help. And then I remember about the Kali Yuga. And the Kali Yuga, and I see it didn't quite show up here, but the Kali Yuga is where we're at right now, which is what all the astrologers are telling us. And it's a 25,000 cycle. And what happens is we evolve to a certain point and then we go down. And where right now it's characterized as a period of spiritual decline, moral corruption, and societal decay. So does it feel like we're kind of in that little cycle? Just a couple of you, really? Like anybody? Yeah, okay, thank you. So what is important is every time we swing upward and we evolve in consciousness a little bit, we come up a little higher. So that's really great. So when we're in widow thinking, it's important that we implore assistance, we ask for help. And as soon as we ask for help, and I don't know how many people are experiencing this, but it's the beginning of receiving it. And it's absolutely amazing how quickly it comes when we're tuned in and tapped in. Anybody experiencing how when you ask for help, how quickly it comes? Yeah. And if you haven't experienced that, try asking this week and empty your mind and really listen, and you'll see how quickly it comes, because it's amazing. So in the story, notice how Elijah answers. He says, "What do you have in your house?" He doesn't offer her money or resources or a Band-Aid for her challenge. So we know that Elijah's not codependent, right? He's not an enabler. He says, "What do you have in your house? What resources do you have?" Because we all have resources. How many know, without a doubt, that you have a resource for anything that you absolutely need? Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And she thinks, "Oh, what do I have? Well, I must have something. Oh man, yeah, what do I have?" And she goes, "Oh yeah, I have this jar of oil." So now there's an opening. She gets away from, overwhelmed to, "Oh, I do have something." So she has this resource and she's remembering her power. She does have something. And so right now we could be thinking, we really don't have anything for the tools with what's going on right now. What do we have? Is there anything that's going to make a difference for what we have? And it's always what we have that matters, not what we think we don't have. It's always what we have that matters. And so then we go to the next part of the story, and Elijah says, "Okay, you got this jar of oil. Get some empty vessels." And he says, "Get a bunch of them. Ask all your neighbors, get those vessels." So, and then he tells her to bring the vessels into the house and shut the door. So she has to go and borrow jars from her neighbors, probably sends her sons too. So she has to humble herself, and she has to involve the community. And that's an important part, because right now in our society, we're not quite community connected all the way. So at times, we have to humble ourselves and ask for help. And what does he mean when he says shut the door? She has to shut the door, she has to ground herself, she has to let go of the challenge, and it's a call to take action. So when we're stuck in widow thinking, movement shifts energy, any kind of movement. You can go up and clean one small drawer, or put dishes away, or clean dishes, or you can go outside for 2 minutes. And just everything shifts when you move. It shifts your perception. So how many people know that when you move, it absolutely shifts stuck energy? Yeah. So then the next part is she has to pour, which is an act of faith. And so what do we do when we feel we don't have anything to meet the needs? Exactly what the widow does. We shut the door on the outside. We shut the door on the outside commotion, distractions, entertainment, smoke screens. We concentrate in prayer, and we deny the illusion and the drama of what's happening out there politically and everything else, and we affirm what's really true from our higher state of being. And that's what the widow does. She starts using what she has. She starts pouring the oil into the empty containers. But how does the oil appear and flow? Well, Elijah's consciousness is helping her, right? He's helping her faith. This is how we help one another. Help my unbelief. So do we all need some semblance of helping our faith right now? How many people feel that? You need a little bit of semblance of helping of our faith, yeah. So the oil didn't multiply until she started taking action, until she started pouring. So the oil represents spiritual substance, divine potential as it flows, because there's an expectation and there's room to receive it. So what are our positive expectations? And is there room in our consciousness to receive it? That's a good question. What do we have in our homes to meet what we're faced with today? And I call our homes our temples. And I feel like what we have, which Fillmore's talking about when he talks about vessels and empty vessels, is we have these 12 powers. And they're in the body and they're coupled in our chakras. That's one way of saying it. People say they're up and down, could be. And Martha Judici, she has given us a great way to remember the 12 powers. Anybody know what the great way of remembering the 12 powers is? It is lip juice flows. LIP, lip juice flows. I think I had another, maybe I didn't have another, I thought I had another one that, yeah. So, so when you're at a red light, you know, this week you're thinking, now what was that Sunday service about? Oh yeah. Let me see if I can remember those 12 powers. Let's see, lip, okay, love, imagination, power, juice, Juze, okay, judgment, discernment, understanding, zeal, elimination, and flows, faith, life, order, wisdom, and strength. How many want to do that when you're stopped at a red light or you're doing dishes or whatever? All right. You're on. I knew you'd be on. So the teachings of Jesus tell us we must be like little children to enter the kingdom of heaven, which means living in the kingdom of heaven. Now, right now, in where we are right now. No matter what else is going on, we must live like little children. And you know what little children do? They just put out the what they want. They just put out the what they want to the universe, and then they start acting on the what that they want. And what's the difference between little kids, little children putting out the what, and adults when we put out the what? Well, we adults, we have to think everything, so we have to mess everything up. We put out the what, and then our thinking mind has to try to figure out how this is going to happen. How is it going to happen? And when we do that, we block our good. We think it's supposed to look a certain way or come in a certain different channel, and it doesn't. It comes in a wholly different way. So yeah, we need to speak it into the ethers of what we want, and then we go about and see how the universe unfolds and it manifests. So this is a story about children, about a brother and a sister. And the younger sister is about 4. And she says, I'm going to get a pony. So one day she takes some hay from the barn and she puts a little bit in the little place in the barn. And her brother says, what are you doing? And she says, I'm making a little bed for my pony. He says, you're not getting a pony. She says, yes, I am. Then a couple days later, he sees her just pulling a rope around the yard there. And he says, what are you doing? She says, I'm walking my pony. He says, you're not going to get a pony. She says, yes, I am. Then another time, he sees her swinging a red bucket. And he says, what are you doing with that? She says, this is my red bucket to feed my pony. He says, you're not getting a pony. And then she finds an old discarded blanket around, and she puts it down. And he says, what's that for? Well, you know, in winter, my pony's going to get cold, so this is a blanket for my pony. And you know what he says. He says, you're not going to get that pony. So sure enough, it's Christmas Eve. It's Christmas Eve, and the kid's father is called by the neighbor, and the neighbor says, hey, Bill, I really need you to help me over here. And there's a horse having a little baby foal, and he says, you know what, Bill? You have been so helpful with my animals over the years that I want to give you this foal. And the little girl gets her pony. So when we take in that story, we think about all the things that she used, what she wanted, her imagination, her power, her love. She had no judgment about her brother. She just let him go. She knew she wasn't going to get into that. All she understood was she was going to get a little pony. And she woke up every morning with zeal and thinking, oh, what can I get now to prepare for my pony? She eliminated all her brother's naysaying. She proceeded in faith. She had that life of a child. She didn't care about the order, how it came. And maybe she didn't have wisdom, I'm not sure. But she just persisted with strength. And so this is what we can do with those 12 powers. So how do we want to imagine the new earth, or say your future self? How would you like to be in 3 years or 5 years? Or what do you want to do when you retire? What do you want to do when you're 90? If you're at a job you don't like, what do you want to do next? What's your real passion? How are we imagining? I found this, I don't have a thing for that. I found this, some famous people with false predictions. These were intelligent people in history, and this is what they said. The chairman of IBM said in 1977, "I think there's a world market for maybe 5 computers. There's no reason anybody would want a computer in their home." In 1893, the president of the Royal Society in England said of Thomas Edison's electric light bulb, "It's unworthy of practical and scientific attention." The Western Union chair said, "The telephone has too many shortcomings to be taken seriously as a means of communication." So our assumptions are our windows on the world. And Isaac Asimov says, "Scrub them off every once in a while, or the light won't come through." And isn't that the truth? Scrub them off every once in a while about our assumptions about anything. So, you know, people always wonder about how did the pyramids get built? And so there's a short video here about the pyramids, and there's a guy that was really wondering about it, and he decided to take some action.
4,000 years ago, Stone Age Britons raised this mysterious monument, Stonehenge. Nobody knows how they did it, how they moved and stood these massive stones. It's a scientific mystery. This man swears he's cracked. He's building his own Stonehenge in his Flint, Michigan backyard to prove it. Wally Wallington's not a scientist, but he knows a thing or two about moving rocks.
That's a 300-pound block. This is a 1,600-pound block. Not too difficult.
He's a retired construction worker whose passion is moving heavy items. His feats always draw a crowd, mostly family.
I thought he's crazy. Who cares about moving blocks around? But then when you look at the magnitude of the weights that he's moving around, it is really impressive, and he's not using any equipment or anything.
In playing with blocks, Wally thinks he's discovered how Stonehenge was moved.
This is my first Stonehenge arch I permanently put in place. It's 3 blocks, they weigh over a ton each.
It's all based on a very simple technique.
I found a simple explanation for this, to move a block about the weight of a minivan, would be to place a stone underneath it. And once I balance on it, I can spin it. Of course, with that spin, you've seen I didn't go anywhere. But I got 2 handles on my lever, and I could place another stone on this side. Now, every time I spin a half rotation on each stone, I move the block horizontally, the distance between the stones. For my own output, I could move a 1-ton block 300 feet per hour.
Using this technique, he's moved everything from 1-ton blocks to buildings.
He moved up to a pole barn at one point, a 30 by 40 pole barn that he moved 300 feet for me, and it was more or less, you know, what else can we move? And he looked at me and says, "Hey, can we move your barn?" And I said, "Sure, let's," you know. Next thing you know, it was 300 feet in the other direction onto another piece of property.
It can move barns, and Wally's betting it moves Stonehenge's 25-ton rocks. But raising these giants is a whole different puzzle.
This is 19,200 pounds. Yeah, it's 128 cubic feet of concrete.
Today, Wally hopes to solve it. He'll put one of his theories to the test and try to stand this 19,200-pound block by himself.
I've tried to do this without any mechanical machinery at all. I've used mostly sticks and stones for my equipment. No pulleys, no hoists, no metal levers. Just try to use gravity, too, I believe is my favorite tool. Whoop.
The first goal is getting this block 3 feet off the ground.
In order to move it up to this point, I just rock the block back and forth, adding weight to that end, and that opens a gap on this side, and just slide a board in. Then I add the weight to that end, there it goes, and slide a board in on this end.
This shoring box acts like a jack, slowly raising the block. It's 3 feet off the ground, but tomorrow is the big experiment, standing it up. The grandkids have taken the day off school, and the cameras are rolling.
Hey, you guys watch Papa. He's going to do something wild.
They're here to watch Grandad lift a block the weight of 2 bulldozers.
It's ready.
Here's how it's supposed to work.
The first thing I'm going to do here is release this temporary shoring I have set and come over here, release some of my counterweights, and that's going to put the entire weight of the block on this rope. So then I'm going to release the rope, come back here, and the rope's going to be my brake. I'm going to guide it into the pit. The easiest way I can explain this is this is just a big teeter-totter, and I got the big kid on that end, and he's going to go down, and this end's going up.
He believes in his technique, but he's had some setbacks in the past.
One day I got thrown over top of a block, and a couple times I had the blocks roll off the top and almost land on my feet. One time I knocked myself out cold on the concrete. And so it's been challenging. Everybody ready? Yes! All right. Now just start spraying the sand. The sand will wash out and the block will start coming down.
Once the sand is washed from the pit, the block's own weight slowly stands it up.
Okay, finally, she's between the lines, guys. Looks good.
He did it.
Thank you, guys.
Raised a massive block using a technique so simple that Wally believes it must have been used to raise Stonehenge.
If they were to use this technique to raise the stones at Stonehenge, I believe they could have got it done with a lot smaller crew than anybody has imagined before.
It won't be long before this backyard is a little more crowded.
This is my first block in the circle. I plan to have 8 of them standing on end like that, all up 11 feet in height. The next one may be a little heavier. We're going to keep going a little further with it.
Until then, the only mystery that remains is this stone circle's name.
Wally's Wonder Circle. How about the Wellington Circle?
What's that name? Stonehenge Reloaded.
There you go.
There you go. That's not bad.
Yeah, so Stonehenge, not the Great Pyramids. So the video might make us question our assumptions. You know, when we get a divine idea and we think, oh my God, that's totally not possible, or I can't possibly do that, or whatever. This guy got a divine idea, obviously some kind of engineer, and he figured out all the angles and the weights and all that. But, you know, he kept using his 12 powers. You know, he had will and he had order to it, and he proceeded in faith, and his stamina, he kept on going. Even when he had an obstacle, which he said threw him down on the ground cold, you know, it didn't stop him. So, call to action. So, when we face our widow thinking, when we feel like lack, we can create what's possible, what could possibly be, and what is in our temple, what's in our house, what can we actually use? You know, if you remember the lip juice flows when you're in the car, you can go, oh, well, what power would I use today? What do I have to do? And what would be the power that would help me the most today? So we speak what we want. We know that that is the beginning of creation, that we have to speak it. And then we also need to shut the door, the mind door, the overthinking door, and just listen, ask for help, take right action, persist with faith, and thank God for the God force, because remember that the light is stronger than the dark. Namaste.
So the chorus to this song comes up several times, and we'd love for you to join us the last time. The words are up there. There's a load of worry and a world of trouble and so much heartbreak everywhere. No soul can carry such a heavy burden with no one to turn to, no one to share. I've been discouraged, I've felt defeated by cruel ways and hearts of stone. But a voice inside me says, love is mighty, you're not forsaken, you're not alone. Hope is rising. Hope is rising, hope is rising, like the light of dawn. Hope is rising, hope is rising, hope is rising, like the morning sun. I've joined the people, walking shoulder to shoulder, carrying signs, speaking with one voice. We're laughing and singing. We won't be silenced. We're taking a stand. We're making a choice. We stand for justice. We walk for freedom. We speak for the voiceless. We talk about love. We celebrate life and the human family. And our number is great as the stars above. Hope is rising. Hope is rising. Hope is rising. Like the summer dawn, hope is rising, hope is rising, hope is rising, like the morning sun. Hope is rising like the little bird singing to the fragrant earth as he takes his flight. Hope is rising, let your heart embrace it. Let your eyes behold its heavenly light. We won't be discouraged, we are not defeated. We are keeping the faith for the day to come. There are heroes in waiting, champions in the making. Keep your lantern burning till you see the dawn. Where there is suffering, there will be comfort. Where there is violence, there will be peace. Where there is anger, there'll be understanding. From our fear and blindness, we will be released. Hope is rising, hope is rising, hope is rising, like the light of dawn. Hope is
Reverend Marge will lead us in meditation.
Yeah, so if we could lower the light. Let's just take that in. Hope is rising, and we know hope it really is rising. So as we breathe in and feel the energy of hope rising in us, we know we're the ones. And if it's not us, then who? So we are the ones we have been waiting for. And when we take this time in meditation, we listen. What is mine to do? What is my part to do in all this? To make the light come forth, to implore the assistance from the Ascended Masters, from our guides, from our archangels, and listen, and we listen in the silence. And whatever we get, we know we have those 12 powers inherent within us to do whatever we're guided to do. So as we take a few minutes in the silence, let us really, truly listen. And as we bring our awareness gently back to this time and place, we might feel our feet on the floor or the gentle breeze on our cheek. And sometimes when we're in meditation, we don't get anything, and then an hour later, we'll be doing something and we'll get some kind of download. So it's just important to take that time in the quiet. And today I'd like us to say 2 prayers together. There you go. All right, let's pray for our world leaders. Let's all together. Through the Christ mind,
we see all world leaders unified in thought, purpose, and understanding for the good of all humanity, the earth, and all of its inhabitants.
And let's go for the prayer, another prayer for peace. In the name of Jesus the Christ, we pray for and create permanent peace, uniting all the nations of the earth in a league of justice and righteousness, in which the life, liberty, and love,
love
of
of
God,
God
shall be paramount.
Thank you, Reverend Marge. Thank you for all of your offerings today. So much food for thought for all of us. And thank you particularly for your teachings on how we can all become co-creators with divine mind. Thank you. Now's the time to give back a portion of all the amazing blessings we've received here today. And there are many ways to give here at Unity of Charlottesville: online, text to give, the U.S. mail, and here into our butterfly net that Jane will be bringing around, and through our very own QR code. Thank you for all of your tithes. Thank you for your monetary offerings, of course, that keep us going and going and going. Right, Peggy? Going and going and going. For eternity. I command, I'm co-creating right now. And thank you not just for your monetary tithes, but thank you for your gifts of your talents, your voices, your volunteering in the community, the volunteering in hospitality, the blessing team. Thank you for all of your tithes, of your time and your talent, in addition to your monetary. We are so, so grateful. So let's together say our prayer for all of these blessed tithes and offerings. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And now we have our grand finale, musically, sort of. No, that would be the peace song. This is rousing, though, so you might want to stand up. Let's all stand up for this one. Nice, rousing energy, yes.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the oceans, white with
job, everybody. What a wonderful choir you are. So, Robin, do you want to bring the kids up?
Come up and please.
Yes.
Come up on the sides where the railing
On the
is.
sides where the railings are. Join us.
We are walking as the light of God. 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 We are walking, walking, we are walking. We are walking as the light of God. We are walking, we are walking. We are walking as the light of God.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy 4th of July weekend. I love all the music today. It's
Yes.
beautiful. So, today we just played games outside and had a nice summer morning. And we've got some classes planned this summer just for some nice bonding and fun, some art and cooking. And I sent an email out about it yesterday. If you didn't get it and you do want to get the youth class updates, you can just let me know and I'll start emailing you on our list as well. But that's the gist of it this morning. Let's just do our children's blessing.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Children,
Children,
unities, YOUers, teachers, and parents, you are loved, special, and important.
Thanks. Thank you, Robin. So it's that time when we welcome any first-timers here in the sanctuary. Is anyone here for the very first time on this incredible day? Okay. If there's anyone online who's with us for the very first time, we'd love it if you'd come join us here in the sanctuary and we can have a chance to meet you face to face, if you're able, of course. So, pastoral care. We do, as always, have a pastoral care team. If you have any needs or know of anyone who has any needs, please email our office, talk to Carolyn, and she will put you in Kim's good hands to coordinate the process for you. You can call or email. And healing helpers and individual prayer. Healing helpers will be meeting in this corner as usual with Kevin and PMH. And for individual prayer, Peggy, can you hold there you go. Peggy will be up front for anyone who would like some individual prayer. Next week, watch yourself. Okay, with Reverend Paul. Yeah, mine says Paula. Reverend Paula Medeki. Am I saying that name correctly? Medici. I said it all wrong. Okay. Reverend Paula Medici. Okay. Watch yourself. I got to watch myself. Thank yous. Thank yous. Thank yous. Thank yous. Thank you. Let's give a big thank you for the sound team. Maggie. Maggie is back visiting us today, filling in with her brother Luke and Boyan. Let's give a big thank you for the blessing team. Barbara, Jane, and Peter. And again, y'all, we got to stand up for that song. Come on, let's stand up for that song. Stand up for that song. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. No, let it go on. You got to let it go on for 5 or 6 minutes. It's like the Cannes Film Festival. You know, they stand up.
Except it's right at the end of the service. Everybody wants that cup of coffee.
And thank you, Blair. Thank you, Band of Angels. They're delightful angels. Thank you, praise singers. And Reverend Marge, come on up. Come on up here. Come on up here. Just come on. Stand up for this woman. She's been here. She's been here. Come on.
Thank you, guys.
She's been here numerous times, and she will be here with us a few more times before the switch with Reverend Richard coming. So God bless you. You're welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. And, hospitality. Give them some noise. Come on, downstairs. Give them some noise. Yeah. They got to know. They got to know we're thinking about them. So let's all join together to say our prayer for protection. Together. 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 Unity. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. And wherever God is, all is well.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as Creator, united all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me.
Lip juice flows.
Yes!